Hi, Vesta Angels. How are you? I know I'm late. I'm just getting back into the house. All right. So I had to put my groceries up, my toothpaste and washing powder and everything up. Because I didn't do anything yesterday. The rest of the errands that I needed to do. So I completed those today and I'm just now getting in. So I didn't want y'all to at least go to sleep or not have a reading for May the 1st. Now I know it's probably on the other side of the world, it's already May the 2nd, but this message still will consist for May the 1st. And then I will be back tomorrow to do another one, okay? Now, what's strange is that yesterday I put up a short reel over at the new channel called Yes or No Tarot. And the link to that we will be over there doing videos on my other new channel on YouTube. I put it in my community tab. Okay, so if you don't mind, if you haven't already, go over there and subscribe to that channel. But the short reel that I did yesterday had this card, and I want to use some type of card for the thumbnail today, and this is what came out. So I didn't do a reading over there. It was just a short reel. You know how you see the short reels on YouTube? And I put a little music to it, and this is what came out. So quiet your mind and your soul will speak. So maybe some of you did that today or will continue to do that for the rest of this week. Or this is something that you are realizing within as part of your cleansing or eclipse cleansing. Yes. That you have, that you're doing. So quiet your mind and your soul will speak. So they gave me the card for a reason. Let's throw something on it. Okay. This is what I picked up first. So let's go ahead and see what will be this. Now, it's no writing or anything on the back. It's just an inspiration card. So when you do read this, what is your mind telling you that you need to help to clear so that your soul can speak out? Are you holding in some type of communication that you want to give out to somebody? Is it some type of words that you want to express? It don't have to be a lover. Yes, it could be communication or a talk that you maybe need to have with one of your children, whether they're young or old. Something that you need to say to a sister or a brother, a family member, a co-worker, not speaking your mind, because you don't want to cause conflict or trouble at work. Let's see what kind of door are we talking about with this, because whatever that you have been keeping your mind or your communication, your throat chakra quiet about is for a reason. Something that you're contemplating on. Now, if what I'm saying is not resonating with you right now, y'all know for my channel, I give a lot of foresight, a lot of future readings. Okay. So just because you didn't go through this today, you don't know what is entailed for you tomorrow and the rest of this week coming up, right? Okay. But now it can be that somebody needs to speak to you. 3 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Maybe the past couple of days you were expecting a message or a phone call or a return message or phone call and you didn't get it. So somebody you're thinking about is quieting their mind so that their soul can get ready to speak to you. Now, I'm not really indicating yet if it's going to be positive or negative, but the 3 of Cups is also this is your door. Okay, and I was talking about the throat chakra, which is blue, but if you see the green here, all of the trees, so this could be about the heart chakra, something that you need to clear or get off of your heart. So the 3 of Cups in reverse says, a toast to friendship in the afternoon sun, 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. Okay, so that's why I said you may not understand what's this about right now, but some of you have a celebration of some type of coming up in the near future. It could be your birthday, somebody that you know or love very close to you, one of their birthdays coming up. It can be a summer vacation, a first time cruise, you're about to take a flight. For some of you, it could be a homegoing, unfortunately, as a funeral. All right. Losing of a friend or a loved one or a family member that you've seen as a very close friend. It also could be a baby shower, right? A baptism, whatever it is, but it's in reverse. So this is not necessarily saying that what's coming up is going to be negative or bad. It's going to be different for everybody, but you're going to be able to toast to the friendship soon. Some of you also can be meeting this person or will be meeting this person as an afternoon lunch, or you run into this person in the afternoon. But it's going to be more happier than you are thinking that it is now. It can be maybe that the separation that you have been going through with this person and you're not quite sure on how it's going to turn out. Now, I do have to say, for some of you with Three of Cups in reverse, some of you do not want to reconnect with this person. The friendship is done. You've made up your mind. This is also why you're quiet. Okay. And the reason why you are quiet is because you're letting your soul speak for you to this other person. You know, a lot of times, if whether you believe it or not, we do have telepathic skills. Whether you believe it or not, I do sense or been told through my guides that we do astral travel. A lot of you do remember it. A lot of you may not. A lot of times I do remember when I astral travel. A lot of times when I wake up, I don't. Okay. A lot of you may wake up and feel like you kind of left your body, or you feel very exhausted. It feels like maybe you've been running a marathon. You're out of breath, even though you think you've been asleep. You feel like you just, you know, like your shell of the body was still laying in your bed. But when you wake up and open your eyes, it feels like maybe your soul just jumped back into your body, or something like that. It's a unexplainable type of feeling, but you probably just waved it off and didn't think nothing about it. Okay. But the Three of Cups in reverse. All right. So that's your door. Let me also check your chakras real quick and see, hold on. See what is, or why possibly some of you, you're wanting your soul to speak rather than your throat, or have actual communication. Okay. And I just wanted to put something out for y'all this evening. Like I said, I'm just getting back in the house. And I didn't want you to go without anything. For some of you, maybe this will resonate. For some of you, it may not. And it may be the information that you need for tomorrow before I come back on, right? Faith. Now we're talking about the crown chakra here. We're going to go over that. Some of you may be really in the back of your mind, or in your deep down in your soul. Hey, how are you? This could be a long, you know, like a love that you have not seen in a very long time, and you had to break the friendship off, you know, and you knew, or you really knew it was for the best to break off that love relationship, to break up with that person, to separate. And you have been quiet ever since. And this also could be the other person that you're thinking about is still quiet. You haven't heard from them. You are feeling maybe, do they still want to reconnect with me? Right now with the Three of Cups in reverse, it's not time for it. So this also could be why you're keeping the faith spiritually, but humanly, you know, you may not ever reconnect, or it's going to be a very much more long time before you and this person can reconnect as friends. Maybe you started out as friends and became lovers. Maybe it's a third party situation. The other person is married or have children or something like that. They're living in this type of situation and you just cannot reconnect with the person. Okay, now this also, like I said, could be the other person is sending you soulfully message saying, keep the faith. I cannot reconnect with you right now. But if you quiet your mind, I will speak to you through your soul. The impasse, which is change in reverse. And you see the moon there? This person cannot, or you, open up their arms as receiving to you or from you right now. Impasse is a change. So no change in the situation just yet. Okay, but keep the faith. Oh, okay. We have Mercury Retrograde going on, May the 10th, Vedic Sidereal. So this also could be why these cards are coming up in reverse for some of you. It may take during the retrograde time that some of you may reconnect with this person. Instinct. Some of you could be a Taurus or a Cancer, or the other person as a moon or an ascendant, not necessarily their sun sign. So somebody is not following their instinct soulfully and spiritually. The messages that you have been receiving through your crown chakra, like, you know how you say to yourself, a lot of us be thinking that we're talking to ourselves, but a lot of times we're getting messages from the divine, or if you want to say your angels as guides. But a lot of times you may feel like, oh, well, I'm just talking to myself. But when you receive the answer after you think you're talking to yourself, that is the wisdom that you are using through your instincts and through your spiritual guides that are guiding you to the answers that you're seeking. But a lot of times, a lot of people don't want to pay attention to that. Okay. Now, I may not necessarily be talking about you, but it could be the other person that is not following their instinct. Okay, they're still in their feelings about whatever and not willing to change the situation to do the Three of Cups with you, which is to reconnect and to celebrate. Okay, bottom of the deck, just talked about wisdom, right? All right, what next card? So we're going to use, y'all. Let me find out what planet, house, or zodiac sign this could be going about. And the moon. Yep. That's why I focused in on the moon right here, because the moon card came out. Okay, now remember that the moons, new and full, is 30-day cycles. Now you or this other person could be very much governed by the moon, right? And then due to this eclipse that we had yesterday, like I told you in the past several videos, each eclipse lasts up to 5-6 months, sometimes a year for each eclipse. So for some of you, it may be 5 to 6 months before this Three of Cups can happen for you, because changes need to happen. Maybe not for you or through you, but whoever on the other side you're thinking about, for them, their scenario, their living situation, their money situation, who they're dealing with, the trials and tribulations that they need to finish up and to go through to break off other connections. It's not necessarily saying that maybe they're living with somebody or being intimate with other people, but whatever that they got going on, maybe they're not in the right vibration for you right now, as the strongest card here, which is the crown chakra, which is to meet you, thank you, angels, which is to meet you on your high level of frequency and vibration. You do not want to be in a relationship or want somebody to love you who is in a low vibration, just so you can claim that you finally have them. If you're doing the work, then you really want the other person to be doing the work for their self also, to make and to have this type of guided connection. Okay? Because when you're in your higher frequency and the person that you're dealing with is not, that is when the sacrifice type of feelings come from. The regret, the being ashamed of the other people, being the other person may be envy of you because you're prospering, you are having abundance, but it's not changing for them. Okay, you're very smart. You understand what I'm saying. And if this person don't want to do the work, then that's their soul path of something that they'll have to live out and regret by missing out on you. So are you going to accept or defend these type of emotions and feelings that you're having while you are quieting and keeping your mind quiet so that your soul can speak for you? Okay, not necessarily you through your physicality. All right. So like I already called out, one of you can have or be governed by the moon, but the moon is also illusions. So something that you may not, something that you think that may be going on may not necessarily be going on or be that much of a trouble. You just have to give it time to change. And if you say, well, Vesta, it's been a year, it's been 2 years now, it's 3 years. When it comes to divine timing, and I know y'all tired of hearing that, but when it comes to divine timing on your path, there is no such thing as time. Time was created by man. The watch, the numbers on the clock was created by man. Okay? There's no time clock when you go into galaxies and different universes, when you go to different planets. There's no 12 p.m. and 12 a.m. Right? Yep, not surprised. Pisces 12th house. Okay? Your faith. Faith. Okay? Something is still hidden, and it's still hidden away from you to keep you from being hurt. It's being kept away from you. Even this physical person is being kept away from you. Okay, so you would not be or keep being involved in things that they are going through. Some of you are really wanting to step or being guided to be more of in philanthropy, helping out with kids or helping out with the needy, giving your time more to that, or something that you may want to think about. Okay, give your time, energy, and vibration to somebody who wants to receive it and make time for it so that you can get the karma back for that. Let me go ahead and throw out your surrender card. Now, 12th house is that right now, as you are keep quieting your mind, you want peace and quiet and a long time, serenity, pampering yourself. That's what you need to be doing, seeing about yourself, because 12th house of Pisces also are vices, which is somebody or you could be overdoing things, drinking too much, smoking too much, partying too much, third party involvement, sexual activities, okay, overindulgence in food, because that stuff can brush off on you, right? 12th house of Pisces also, you're not getting any rest. Thank you, angels. Okay, so quiet your mind so that you can get the proper rest and rejuvenation that you need for you to keep getting the wisdom and the downloads and information that you need to keep you going on your life path. Okay, if you're so tired, then you are just out of your wits. Okay, now things are happening behind the scenes that the Alpha and Omega is doing for you and that you do not know of yet. But how can you really receive the answers to your prayers through wisdom and insight If your mind is going through too much, it's racing, it's overthinking, you're not resting, you're exhausted, you're using liquor or something like that to try and soothe you, but it's not going to work. Okay. Also, 12th house of Pisces is hidden enemies. So some of you, your enemy is about to, you maybe had to cut somebody off and now they don't like it. So now you have a hidden enemy. Okay. So surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinion about what you should do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. And that is where your faith is coming in at. Having faith that, yes, I'm surrendering to trust not only the highest entity, but myself, and standing 10 toes down in my decision of what I made. Not faltering back. Okay. All because I haven't seen the change yet in what I'm asking for or what I am really persevering for. But don't be swayed by what other people say and opinions, Continue to take action and be confident in what you have chosen. That is faith. Remember that faith is things that you don't see, but you believe it will happen, or it has your back. Look at there. Surrender to the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. This also could be why you are separating yourself or quieting yourself, taking a long time. Okay. Yep. Look at there. Surrender to silence. In quiet meditation and contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Now, whether you believe in these cards or not, that's not the point. If the message on the cards are coming through you or to you as a sense of an aha moment, that's all you need. Because a lot of you already know this already. That you need to quiet yourself more. You need to trust yourself and your decisions more. Stop listening to what other people say. Okay, especially if they're not speaking faith and truth and something that resonates with you that makes sense. Not something that you need to go back and keep contemplating in your head. Well, should I listen to myself or should I listen to them? If something that I say resonates with you and it goes with the flow, then that's something that is good for you. Okay. But if somebody is going back and forth with you, keeping you in a sense of stress, and then you're having to rethink your own decision, that is not good. But somebody here or your situation, you're not talking to the person. I see it right here all over the table. And you're wondering if you will reconnect. Now, it also could be somebody that you just met and maybe you haven't heard back from them. It's a new person. Okay, whatever the silence is going on is for a reason. Don't take it to heart like something that you did. Okay, we've been getting this card for like 3-4 days in a row. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. What these cards are telling you is that what you're doing for yourself is enough and you're on the right path and what you're doing is right for this moment in time. Okay. Now, also remember that during Mercury retrograde time is a great time to fall back. Okay. And to work on oneself. And then when Mercury goes back direct, it's time to go forward and take action. I always say during Mercury retrograde, it's time to rethink, recalculate, repose yourself, regather yourself, all the rereads. But we're going to do a Mercury retrograde and surrender the stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. It's just really time to recenter yourself. You also may want to think about really doing a lot of stretching and exercise right now. Okay. Surrender your phone. Turn your phone off at night so people won't continue to disturb your rest. Going back with the chitter chatter and gossip, cut a lot of that other stuff off. People also tend to want to talk to you because you're an open ear. And as you being an open ear, for them to gossip back and forth, that's a form of people pleasing. Because they know that you're available. Whether you really are interested or not, it's that they know that you will surrender your silence and your time and unquiet your mind to people please. Well, I really don't want to do that. Well, can you do this for me? Well, I really don't want to. I really don't have the time. I really was going to chill out that day and take time for myself, but I'll go ahead and do it though. That's people pleasing. Will you run and go pick up my kid for me? Or will you babysit for me? That could be like a brother or a sister because I want to go out. People pleasing. It don't matter whether it's a family member or not. All of it's the same. All right, let me see what I can throw out for you. We're going to wrap this up because I don't want to be on here an hour, taking up your time. I just want to put something out for you to contemplate and to think on. Okay, and we're going to come back tomorrow. Ready, Set, Go came out in reverse. So like I said, it's not time to really ready, set, and to move forward. Whether it's you or somebody else. Because you also don't want this other person to come towards you as a people pleaser. Like, well, they didn't do what I said, or they didn't do how I thought they should do to me. That's also a form of people pleasing you. So now is not the perfect moment to dive in and to embrace your heart's desire. So that's what I was telling you earlier. Okay. And I don't know why I don't start putting my cards at the other end here. If you wanted to move forward with somebody new that you met, it's maybe not the right time. Their moon or Saturn or Jupiter or Venus or Mars could be activated in one of their houses where it's not working very well for them. And this is why you are getting more of the silent treatment than the coming forward that you need. Okay. Alchemy, the Magician, you could be a Virgo or a Gemini or still have it as the moon or second house. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So this is what you need to be working on for yourself. What are you going to choose for yourself as the alchemy? Okay, as the Magician, are you going to use the sword, wand, cup, or pentacle? You cannot use the wand because this is in reverse. So let me get out 2 more cards and throw out a tarot on that. The treasure chest. So you got the pentacle coming up for you. Some of you are waiting on money to be able to do the next step that you need. Okay, to help you to progress with this change. Unforeseen windfall of new abundance come to you now. Now remember that abundance is not just about metal coins or paper dollars. Okay. That treasure chest could be that finally you're at peace. You are serene. You are listening more to your own heart. You're being more loving and compassionate to yourself. Physically, you're getting better. Emotionally, you're getting better. And you're working more on your own spiritual healing. That itself is a true treasure chest, okay? And rest. You've been working so hard. Take a nap and get some rest. especially during these eclipses. Okay. All right. I want to put in synchronicity. Something is going to line up for you exactly the way you need it to do. Your prayers and your questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase the flow of the synchronistic events to keep coming towards you. Okay? If you notice how things are going right or things are synchronistic for you, if you notice it and keep in the flow of that, that's going to keep you as the magician, and you always going to be ready, okay, and can continue to see the options and things that you need to choose right for yourself to obtain and to find the treasure chest. If you notice how things are very synchronistic for you, and you're at the right place at the right time, you're listening to your instructions, you're listening to yourself, and you be at the right place at the right time, that's going to keep getting you your treasure here. Okay. Sympathy or farewell is in reverse. So whatever the situation or the change that is happening, it's not over. Okay. There's no goodbye. There's no ill wishes. There is no sympathy here also, if you need to hear that. Some of you may really need to see not to have any sympathy for the person or the situation anymore. Woo. We had this card yesterday, I believe, and the ring in reverse. No connection, no synchronistic, not being on the same page. This also could be why this person is not coming towards you, because you don't have any sympathy for anybody who does not want to take things very serious with you. Okay. A message is coming though about commitment, whether they're coming in with it or leaving out with it. But the lilies here is a sign of like farewell. I'm sorry, but not sorry. It's in reverse. This could be also you telling somebody no if they come back wanting to get back in a relationship with you, and you don't want to people please them. Okay. You may also block them is what I see here, because you're after your treasure, and your treasure is your quiet mind and being stress-free. That's the wisdom you have obtained and figured out and know now. Okay, some of you know the wisdom that is just better off for your path at this moment to be single. But it's not necessarily something that you want for the rest of your life. But right now you need this peace and quiet. This also could be a separation or a breakup. It usually is a lot of breakups at the eclipses. And we have the anchor. The message that is coming in for you is going to help to anchor you during this troubled time, whether it's financially, whether it's in a relationship, whether you're separating or getting a divorce, because the water is very turbulent here. And you're needing something to anchor you down while your things are kind of topsy-turvy. Okay. So if you take a rest, you quiet your mind, you separate yourself. Don't be mad that you're not being talked to or nobody's calling you. Dwell in that silence. Rest your body, rest your mind, follow your instincts, because the change is coming for you. But you got to also be the alchemist and know when you see the change, then it's time to ready and set go. But you got to notice the synchronistic event. Okay. This also could be like a deja vu. So if you can, I don't know, if you're a regular subscriber, or even if you new, go back and look at my old videos dated today or tomorrow's date or somewhere around in these particular dates. and look at the video from last year or the year before. Okay, remember that readings never expire. So whatever I said during last year reading for May the 1st, May the 2nd, May the 3rd, or April the 30th, go and take a look at it and see what I said then, because most likely whatever I said then is playing out now. Okay? That's actually how you do readings. Readings don't come out all the time for current information. That's not what tarot do. Tarot is about the future. That's why a lot of times a lot of stuff don't resonate with you all. Okay? Again, the Garden in reverse. No peace and quiet, no serenity until you get this anchor. It also could be that you're waiting on this person to you want relationship with them. You want to start dating them. Singling yourself off. Or you want marriage. You want to live in commitment. Whatever it is, it signifies the commitment here. And a lot of you may feel like this is what I need to feel anchored. But if you keep pressing the issue, right? It's just telling you just to surrender to just surrender right now to rest, to silence, to what is going on. You don't never really also want to make a concrete decision during eclipse time. No marriages, no divorces, okay? Don't say yes to a proposal. If you can, wait if you can a little bit before you accept a job offer. Okay, no moving, no signing of any type of contract also during Mercury Retrograde, unless you already started it before Mercury Retrograde. Because what's going to happen is it's going to revert back to you to have to look at it again. If you're dating a new person and y'all say, okay, let's live together now, and it's happening the day of or after an eclipse, it's going to fall apart. The same thing with a divorce. Somehow something is going to be missing out of the paperwork, and you're not going to end up divorced when you think you are supposed to. And it's going to take longer for it to commit. Okay. All right. So that's it for today's reading. And yeah, they'll go to struggle right there. Before you can get anchored, it's something that you have to deal with within, or physically in your situation or surroundings right now. Is some type of huge obstacle that you need to contemplate and to think about. But take a rest, think about it, and then let the change happen naturally. Okay, and you will be anchored after all of this happens. So don't think that you're going to be worser than what you are now. You're not. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.